Twinkle, twinkle in the sky, Dawncrest colors shining high. Birds are singing soft and sweet, sunrise paints the clouds complete. Morning dew is sparkling bright, glistening softly in the light. Clouds drift slowly, shadows play, twilight fading into day. Wake up now, the world's aglow, shining star with gentle flow. Twinkle, twinkle, Dawncrest show. Twinkle, twinkle in the sky, Dawncrest colors shining high. Birds are singing soft and sweet, sunrise paints the clouds complete. Morning dew is sparkling bright, glistening softly in the light. Clouds drift slowly, shadows play, twilight fading into day. Wake up now, the world's aglow, shining star with gentle flow. Twinkle, twinkle, Dawncrest show. Little Miss Muffet in the sun, meadow shade seat her day begun. Morning. Picnic basket filled with treats, juicy fruits and honeyed sweets. Flowers bloom and butterflies float around beneath the skies. Gentle breeze and grass so green. Sunlight warms the happy scene. Birds sing soft and bees hum near. Laughter spreads with joy sincere. Meadow shade seat brings delight here. Little Miss Muffet in the sun, meadow shade seat her day begun. Picnic basket filled with treats, juicy fruits and honeyed sweets.
Oh, that tickles!
Flowers bloom and butterflies float around beneath the skies. Gentle breeze and grass so green. Sunlight warms the happy scene. Birds sing soft and bees hum near. Laughter spreads with joy sincere. Meadow shade seat brings delight here. Christmas lights all twinkled bright, filling hearts with festive light. Children laughed and ran around, giggling at the cheerful sound. Snowflakes twirled and lanterns glowed, joyful magic gently flowed. Elves and friends all joined the cheer, sharing happiness far and near. Glow of fun for every face, smiles and laughter filled the space. Christmas giggles set the pace. Christmas lights all twinkled bright, filling hearts with festive light. Children laughed and ran around, giggling at the cheerful sound. Snowflakes twirled and lanterns glowed, joyful magic gently flowed. Elves and friends all joined the cheer, sharing happiness far and near. Glow of fun for every face, smiles and laughter filled the space. Christmas giggles set the pace. Miss Polly's dolly sat in place, in hearth-room care with gentle grace. Blankets soft and pillows round, Dolly snuggled safe and sound. Polly Toys all gathered near the bed, stories danced inside her hand. Polly kissed her little friend, how the warmth would never end. Dreams of play and love they send. Miss Polly's dolly sat in place, in hearth-room care with gentle grace. Blankets soft and pillows round, Dolly snuggled safe and sound. Polly sang a gentle rhyme, counting stars and keeping time. Toys all gathered near the bed, stories danced inside her hand. Polly kissed her little friend, how the warmth would never end. Dreams of play and love they send. Old woman lived on Garden Home Lane, tending flowers after rain. Windows glowed with candlelight, home so cozy, warm and bright. Birds would sing and bees would hum, softly buzzing all day long. Evening came with stars above, her house was filled with peace and love. Stories shared beside the fire, whisper soft and never tire. Garden Home Lane, a place entire. Old woman lived on Garden Home Lane.
Thank you, Mommy. Can you read this page next?
Flowers
Did you
after
see
rain.
the little mouse?
Windows glowed
Yes, he was so fast.
home so cozy, warm and bright. Birds would sing and bees would hum, softly buzzing all day long. Evening came with stars above, her house was filled with peace and love. Stories shared beside the fire,
Here you go,
whisper
sweetie.
soft
Thank
and
you, Mommy.
never tire.
Can you read this page
Garden
next?
Home Lane,
Did
a
you
place
see the little
entire.
Yes.
Packed a cake by kitchen fire warm, mixing batter in a swirl and form, whisking, stirring little hands, flour flying
Wow,
tiny
look
plans.
at all the colors
Oven
mixing
hymns a
together.
cozy tune.
This is going to be
Golden
the
treats
best
will come
cake
so
ever.
soon. Icing drips and sprinkles fall, baking joy for one and all. Cakes and muffins, pies to share, sweet aromas fill the air. Kitchen fire whisk with loving care. Packed a cake by kitchen fire warm, mixing batter in a swirl and form, whisking, stirring little hands, flour flying tiny plans. Oven hymns a cozy tune, golden treats will come so soon. Icing drips and sprinkles fall, baking joy for one and all. Cakes and muffins, pies to share, sweet aromas fill
These
the air.
cookies are for
Kitchen
my
fire
best
whisk
friend.
with loving care. Mary walked along Suntrail Lane, little lamb was glad again. Flowers
What a
swayed beneath
beautiful
the sun,
day.
shining brightly.
Come on, little lamb.
everyone. Lamb skipped lightly, hopped along. Birds all joined a joyful song. Breezes blew and tickled hair, sunlight warmed the open air. Through the fields both side by side, Mary laughed and lammies cried. Central Lefton's happy pride. Mary walked along Suntrail Lane.
Baba, black
Little
sheep,
lamb
have
was
you
glad
any
again.
wool?
Flowers
Yes,
swayed
sir,
beneath
yes,
the
sir.
sun,
3 bags
shining
full.
brightly everyone. Lamb skipped lightly, hopped along. Birds all joined a joyful song. Breezes blew and tickled hair, sunlight warmed the open air. Through the fields both side by side, Mary laughed and lammies cried. Central Lefton's happy
hollow spreads outside. Cows go moo and pigs go oink. Chickens chatter, ducks all clink. Horses gallop, sheep all play. Goats climb hills along the way. Birds are singing in the trees. Frogs are hopping by the breeze. Friends together laugh and cheer. Sunshine warms the atmosphere. Windmill hollow, joy is near. 3 Humpty Dumpty brick will tumble. Little monkeys. 5 little monkeys on the tree. Wintry swayed so wild and free. One jumped down with tiny squeak, landing softly by the creek. 4 then bounced from limb to limb, laughing loud and climbing grim. Leaves went rustle, tails did twirl. Monkeys danced and gave a whirl. Branches shook with every hop. Swinging, flipping, never stop. Wintry monkeys reach the top. I'm little monkeys. 5 little monkeys on the tree. Wintry swayed so wild and free. One jumped down with tiny squeak, landing softly by the creek. 4 then bounced from limb to limb, laughing loud and climbing grim. Leaves went rustle, tails did twirl. Monkeys danced and gave a whirl. Branches shook with every hop. Swinging, flipping, never stop. Wintry monkeys reach the top. The cat and fiddle played all night. The cow jumped high with pure delight. The little dog laughed at the tune, while the moon shone softly with the moon. The stars above twinkled bright and clear. The mouse ran swiftly without fear. The fiddle sang a joyful song. The night was happy all night long. The cow landed softly on the ground. The little dog danced all around. Night whistle echoed with the sound. The night was happy all night long. Baby floated on a starlight cloud, drifting gently above the crowd. The moon peeked out with silver beams. The world below was full of dreams. Tiny hands clutched the pillow tight, floating softly through the night. Birds flew past and waved hello. The breezes made the cloud drift slow. A lullaby hummed in the air. Baby yawned without a care. Dreams of flying Ghent everywhere. Baby floated on a starlight cloud, drifting gently above the crowd. The moon peeked out with silver beams. The world below was full of dreams. Tiny hands clutched the pillow tight, floating softly through the night. Birds flew past and waved hello. The breezes made the cloud drift slow. A lullaby flock was out of sight. She called their names both soft and sweet. Their tiny hooves went clickety-beat. Behind the rocks and near the tree, the sheep came out so happily. She laughed aloud and clapped her hands. The rich shone bright across the lands. The little flock all joined her stands. Little Bo Peep walked through the sun, her sheep all hiding, having fun. The ridge was warm with golden light, her little flock was out of sight. She called their names both soft and sweet. Their tiny hooves went clickety-beat. Behind the rocks and near the tree, the sheep came out so happily. She laughed aloud and clapped her hands. The ridge shone bright across the lands. The little flock all joined her stands. Santa hopped his merry hood, sliding down the chimney as he should. The elves all cheered and jingled near. The reindeer danced with holiday cheer.
It's almost Christmas.
Snowflakes sparkled in the night. The lights around were shining bright. He twirled and hopped upon the floor. The children laughed and asked for more. Candy canes bounced beneath his feet. The cozy room was warm and sweet.
Ah, there you are.
Santa's joy was
Look at all these wonderful lights.
Santa, is it really you?
Ho, ho, ho!
Santa hopped his merry hood, sliding down the chimney as he should. The elves all cheered and jingled near. The reindeer danced with holiday cheer. Snowflakes sparkled in the night. The lights around were shining bright. He twirled and hopped upon the floor. The children laughed and asked for more.
It's almost
Candy
Christmas.
canes bounced beneath his feet. The cozy room was warm and sweet. Santa's joy was such a treat. Yankee Doodle marched down the lane. His hat was tall, his boots not plain. The fifes played tunes and drums went boo. The ballets fluttered across the room. The children cheered and waved their hands. The horses trotted through the lands. He twirled his stick and led the way. The march went on throughout the day. The townsfolk clapped and smiled so wide. The colors shone on every side. Maple Crest echoed far and wide. Yankee Doodle marched down the lane. His hat was tall, his boots not plain. The fifes played tunes and drums went boo. The ballets fluttered across the room. The children cheered and waved their hands. The horses trotted through the lands. He twirled his stick and led the way. The march went on throughout the day. The townsfolk clapped and smiled so wide. The colors shone on every side. Maple. Sing a song of pie and king. The blackbirds in Crown Hall sing. The maidens danced on grassy floors. The little birds chirped at the doors. The king and queen both clapped in time. Their hearts were happy, full of rhyme. The children joined with voices sweet. Their melody was light and fleet. The birds all hopped from tree to tree. The hall was bright with harmony. Grand Hall rang in melody. Sing a song of pie and king. The blackbirds in Crown Hall sing. The maidens danced on grassy floors. The little birds chirped at the doors. The king and queen both clapped in time. Their hearts were happy, full of rhyme. The children joined with voices sweet. Their melody was light and fleet. The birds all hopped from tree to tree. The hall was bright with harmony. Crown Hall rang in melody. Little Jack in corner sat, picked a cranberry, imagine that. Tart and sweet upon his tongue, juicy flavors freshly sprung. Crumbs fell gently on the floor. Jack smiled wide and asked for more. Corner cozy, Jack so glad, eating cranberries he had. Tiny bites and happy cheer, cranberry treats for all to hear. Little Jack's joy was cool. Little Jack's joy was cool. Little Jack in corner sat, picked a cranberry, imagine that. Tart and sweet upon his tongue, juicy flavors freshly sprung. Crumbs fell gently on the floor. Jack smiled wide and asked for more. Corner cozy, Jack so glad, eating cranberries he had. Tiny bites and happy cheer, cranberry treats for all to hear. Little Jack's joy was cool. Little Jack's joy was cool. Weasel popped at Fair Trail Fair, spinning fast through evening air. Lanterns glowing, colors bright, twisting, turning in the night. Landry laughed and clapped along, rides went round to joyful song. Pop went Weasel up so high, lights all twinkling in the sky. Every spin was full of cheer, Fair Trail fun for all near. Weasel spun from ear to ear. Weasel popped at Fair Trail Fair, spinning fast through evening air. Lanterns glowing, colors bright, twisting, turning in the night. Landry laughed and clapped along, rides went round to joyful song. Pop went Weasel up so high, lights all twinkling in the sky. Every spin was full of cheer, Fair Trail fun for all near. Weasel spun from ear to ear. Hickory dickory dock, tower clock went tick and knock. Mouse ran fast up winding gear, racing up with squeaky cheer. Hands spun round and numbers flew, chimes rang out and echoes grew. Up the tower, down the hall, tiny feet went click and call. Clockwork spinning, dash and run, mouse went leaping, having fun. Hickory dickory tower clock done. Hickory dickory dock, tower clock went tick and knock. Mouse ran fast up winding gear, racing up with squeaky cheer. Hands spun round and numbers flew, chimes rang out and echoes grew. Up the tower, down the hall, tiny feet went click and call. Clockwork spinning, dash and run, mouse went leaping, having fun. Hickory dickory tower clock done. Simple Simon walked along, the turnip market was bright and long. He saw a pieman by a stall, who offered treats both big and small. He tipped his hat and bought a sweet, then skipped along on dancing feet. A cat appeared upon a wall, it purred and stretched so soft and small. The market buzzed with cheer and fun, the sun shone bright, a golden one. Simple Simon laughed in the sun. Simple Simon walked along, the turnip market was bright and long. He saw a pieman by a stall, who offered treats both big and small. He tipped his hat and bought a sweet, then skipped along on dancing feet. A cat appeared upon a wall, it purred and stretched so soft and small. The market buzzed with cheer and fun, the sun shone bright, a golden one. Simple Simon laughed in
Giggles.
Trusty footprints led the way.
Child giggling.
Frosty footprints led the way, children followed without delay. The snow was crisp beneath their feet, Each icy step was cold and sweet. They hopped and skipped through sparkling snow. The frosty path began to glow. Footprints twisted here and there, leading children everywhere. They laughed and played along the trail, each step a mark that would not fail. Winter magic told its tale.
Look where it goes! Wow, it's making a swirly path.
Thirsty footprints led the way. Frosty footprints led the way. Children followed without delay. The snow was crisp beneath their feet. Each icy step was cold and
Wow,
sweet.
look at the sky!
They hopped and skipped
footprints are
through
glowing.
sparkling snow. The frosty path began to glow. Footprints twisted here and there, leading children everywhere. They laughed and played. Jack was nimble, Jack was fast. He lapped the sparklights as they passed. The flames all flickered in the night. His jumps were bold, a joyful sight. The children watched and clapped in cheer. Their laughter rang for all to hear. He lapped again with fearless glee. The sparks were bright for all to see. Jack landed soft upon the ground and jumped again without a sound. His daring leaps were world-renowned. Jack was nimble, Jack was fast. He lapped the sparklights as they passed. The flames all flickered in the night. His jumps were bold, a joyful sight. The children watched and clapped in cheer. Their laughter rang for all to hear. He lapped again with fearless glee. The sparks were bright for all to see. Jack landed soft upon the ground and jumped again without a sound. His daring leaps were world-renowned. Little boy Blue blew his horn, awaking fields at early morn. The sheep all stirred and shook their fleece. The cows all wandered for their peace. The birds all chirped in sunlit trees. The gentle breeze sang through the leaves. He walked along the field-rich lane. His cheery call echoed again. The farmer woke with happy sound. All creatures stirred and looked around. Little boy Blue's call did resound. Little boy Blue blew his horn, awaking fields at early morn. The sheep all stirred and shook their fleece. The cows all wandered for their peace. The birds all chirped in sunlit trees. The gentle breeze sang through the leaves. He walked along the field-rich lane. His cheery call echoed again. The farmer woke with happy sound. All creatures stirred and looked around. Little boy Blue's call. Old King Cole called all to feast. Pipers played from west to east. Dancing minstrels filled the hall. Candles flickered bright and tall. Plates of pies and honeyed meat. Friends and nobles came to eat. Laughter at their drums did pound. Music twirled and joy was found. Jesters tumbled, trumpets blew. Songs and cheer for every view. Pipers feast for all anew. Old King Cole called all to feast. Pipers played from west to east. Dancing minstrels filled the hall. Candles flickered bright and tall. Plates of pies and honeyed meat. Friends and nobles came to eat. Laughter at their drums did pound. Music twirled and joy was found. Jesters tumbled, trumpets blew. Songs and cheer for every view. Pipers feast for all anew. Jingle stars went bounce and hop. Twinkling bright they'd never stop. Children laughed and jumped along, dancing to the merry song. Boots a-tapping, jingles clear, music ringing far and near. Bouncing high beneath the light, stars all shining through the night. Giggles rose from floor to sky, jingle song made spirits fly. Bounce and hop as time goes by. Jingle stars went bounce and hop, twinkling bright they'd never stop. Children laughed and jumped along, dancing to the merry song. Boots a-tapping, jingles clear, music ringing far and near. Bouncing high beneath the light, stars all shining through the night. Giggles rose from floor to sky, jingle song made spirits fly. Bounce and hop